Real estate agents are abandoning the industry. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this article discussing real estate agents abandoning the industry, guys. Why would they abandon the best, super coolest dream job? I mean, honestly, it's a hard gig and a lot of them don't make much money. You either make it and do well, or I think what was the average wage? 40 grand for some of them. It's a hit and miss. So, hundreds of real estate agents abandoned industry as state's booming market continues to cool. So, data from Queensland's Office of Fair Trading found thousands rushed into the industry as the market ramped up in late 2021. Okay, so newbies getting in. I mean, even one of my Sparky mates, he became a real estate agent. I mean, it's, what's a $500 course? Those numbers have fallen for the first time after average house prices peaked late last year. The most intense real estate markets were in the state's southeast, with the median house price on the Sunshine and Gold Coast increasing by 40% in 12 months through 2021 and 2022. Yeah, the house prices in Queensland are just nuts. So I'm not surprised a whole lot of people jumped into the market and as agents, and were probably shocked to encounter the fact that it's actually a real job and you have to do some work. We bought some photographic scanning equipment, photography equipment that we could take around to map out houses and apartments for real estate sales. So it'll all be up on the web and they could, people could walk through it remotely. And I bought that before realizing, this is a stupid decision on my part, how cheap real estate agents are. I thought there'd be an opportunity to make money in it. No, there wasn't. Since then, house prices in both regions and Brisbane have come back more than 10% according to recent CoreLogic data. So it went up 40% and then it's come back 10%. Let's bring that up for Brisbane, guys, just so you can see. This is the asking prices here in Brisbane. Yeah, okay, it's come back. Do you see that little bump there somewhere? This is SQM, so it's different to CoreLogic, different data. This is asking prices. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo, it's come back. Yeah. So the karma market can be a real slog. Yeah, there's not as much on the market. Not as many people are selling. So you've got to work a lot harder to get houses or apartments. You got to hit the road. You got to build relationships. You got to work. So you got to work. This is separating the men from the boys in the game. Former Budrum real estate agent Miles Blackwell left the industry in late March, finding a new career as a fly-in, fly-out worker on a mine site in New South Wales. That's a bit of a jump, I guess. He sold houses on the Sunshine Coast north of Brisbane for 6 years and said he knew the market would only boom for a short time. Mr. Blackwell said while the money was good during the boom, it also meant taking calls day and night on top of a 6-day work week. And that's life. That's what you got to do. You want to make the good money, you got to work. I'm not going to have any sympathies that a real estate agent is complaining about taking calls. Come on. He said that left little time for his wife, Christian, and 2 teenage daughters. It's a service industry heavily driven by your ability to be able to drop everything and service your clients' needs, whether they're buyers or sellers, he said. Yeah, that's the game, isn't it? I mean, in some ways it's a young man's game or a young woman's game, someone in their 20s or 30s without an established family yet, without kids. You don't have a lot of time for family and friends and other things. Well, yeah, you're an agent. The trade-off, he said, was the excitement in the air with so many wanting to buy. And this is the mania that we've seen with people jumping in to buy. But with the slowdown, he said agents were facing more of a battle to list and sell houses, even if the market remained generally healthy as it had on the Sunshine Coast. It's just not enough stock for the number of agents. I mean, he's gone to a fly-in, fly-out job on the mines. He's going to be fine. But I mean, here's the thing. You're going to have less time with your kids doing... Or are you? Maybe you're like 4 weeks on, 1 week off, 2 weeks on, 1 week off. It depends on his setup. He may have better time with the kids. I've spilled coffee on myself. I can see it in the photo. So, when times get tough and houses aren't selling and people are holding back and the affordability becomes unreachable for more people because of interest rates are a lot higher, then it's a real slog. He's only been doing it for 6 years. How does he know? How does he know? Generally speaking, you have more properties that can fall over or don't complete, and it takes longer to get buyers across the line. So absolutely nuts market is returning to normal. Yeah, like I said, they have to work. For the first time, some of these agents are discovering they have to work. The data suggests Mr. Blackwell is not alone. The Office of Fair Trading figures show that through 2020, the number of Queensland real estate agents ebbed and flowed at around 41,000. By early 2022, more than 3,500 would-be agents had been awarded real estate licenses. The number of agents peaked at more than 45,000 in October last year. By April, agent numbers dropped back by almost 500, the first fall in 3 years. I mean, is it something you could do as a part-time job on the side, guys? Matt Diesel was a voice for the real estate industry, as Sunshine Coast homes were among the most sought after in the country. We've gone from an absolutely nuts market where things have been chaotic, and now we've gone back to that normalized market, he said. Things have gone back to normal levels, which is fantastic. It's manageable again now. Guess it depends what industry you're in. Mr. Diesel said he expected to see more agents leave the industry as work became tougher. Unfortunately, the industry's always had the perception of being easy money. You see a lot of people transition into the industry thinking they're going to go through and make an absolute fortune. Then the reality strikes of what's actually involved and how hard the industry is. More agents are likely to leave. But the figures do not tell the whole story because many will renew or hold on to their real estate license despite leaving the industry. Yeah, I mean, you keep it in there just for the sake. You never know if you want to jump back in. Real Estate Institute of Queensland Chief Executive Antonia Mercorella said any drop in the official number of real estate agents might be an underestimate. What we know is that now those levels are at, I would say, 2019 levels, she said. We do tend to see a pattern of behavior that emerges every now and again when it comes to the real estate profession. She said official data showed many thousands were registered or licensed to be in the industry, but most were not full-time agents. Less than 10,000 people registered as real estate agents would be full-time sellers, she said. Not everyone is a fully fledged practicing real estate agent, but it is a useful qualification to hold on to. Like my Sparky mate who got it just, I don't know why, just for the sake of it. I think he wanted to get into property. She said a jump in applications for would-be agents might also be driven by other industries facing instability or closures during the first years of COVID. And now the numbers are falling again. The decision is about family, not fortunes. Yeah, that just comes with experience, doesn't it? Mr. Blackwell said his decision to leave the industry was less about money and more about protecting his home life as market conditions became tougher. There's frustration, there's negative energy, and ends up filtering back into the family because you're finding it's tougher, and so that's impacting on everyone. There comes a time when you just got to go. Well, this is just not a monetary thing. This is affecting everyone emotionally as well. I've got to be responsible for both of those things, and maybe it's time for a change. So there we go, guys. The real estate sector is seeing a drop in people. What do you reckon? Let's discuss this a bit, guys. I can't say I'm at all surprised. You're going to... Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really new here. I guess the stress of being an agent in a troubling... I'm a small business person. I can't... I only know stress. I've got a deadline like tomorrow that I met today because I worked all weekend to achieve it. So I guess maybe working on the mines, fly in, fly out. I mean, that's pretty stressful too. I mean, good on him. Good luck. What do you reckon, guys? I mean, it's a useful qualification to have once you're licensed as an agent. You could always do some part-time work. But it is a hard gig. It's not as easy as we all like to pretend. As always, thanks for watching. Check out HeiseBim and Heise Does if you enjoy my content. And if you want to support us, you can on YouTube or Patreon. Use our referral links, buy our pocket squares, or call us if you need an architect. Take care, have a great day, and I will see you in the next episode of HeiseSays. Bye for now.